Hello, mate. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel Football Therapy with me, your host, Jan. Should we magic a border on this scene? It's just the magic of technology. I hope you're doing well. I really do hope that, just in the office today, humble, small little office, yes, we're going to talk Chelsea news. It's what you want, it's what you're going to get. A new update from David Ornstein talking about the truth. What is going on with the internal plan at Chelsea regarding the manager? That, of course, is hot topic because he divides opinion, Graham Potter, understandably, because we are languishing in mid-table, which is not fun. I get that, but I want to read about the plans, the insight, the inside knowledge from David Ornstein of The Athletic, published on an article by Dan Sheldon. Very interested to read that. Of course, also, Chelsea's Brazilian superstar. And no, not talking about Thiago Silva. I'm talking about Andrey Santos, who's just won that Brazilian U20 South American Championship as an 18-year-old wearing, sorry for that, the captain's armband, scoring loads of goals. It's really exciting. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for... Oh, you can't really see it there, can you? Let's just do that again. Let's move it up to the top. Are we going to move it to the top? It's not working. I mean, you can't see what's going on here, guys, but I'm having problems. Technical problems. And there we go. Get there in the end. Live television. It's not actually live. Anyway, thank you for dropping a like and thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. And you know what? Who needs editing when you can have this real, authentic struggle from me? And you can think, you know what? Jan's a human being. I am going to subscribe. I love him. You might do that, but you might not. Starting on, we'll talk about Andrey Santos in a moment, but let's start on the situation with Graham Potter. And he gets some insight. So this is coming from The Athletic. Well, for me, the highest of tiers of information in terms of reliability and connectivity and everything. Also, let me know what you think of this border. I do have another one, but I thought I'd just give it a crack. Take it out of the armory. Not have it on the green screen stuff, but just try it here, You might like it. And at the end of the day, I'm here to serve you, shout out to everyone who liked Mia's appearance yesterday. She's sleeping right now. I could maybe see if she wants to pop in at the end. Maybe it could be a regular thing. The Mia section. Anyway, sorry. We are jumping into this article now, or segment. So this is Chelsea board are firmly behind Potter. So we're going to get some insight here. Chelsea's draw at West Ham on Saturday means Graham Potter's side have... Wait for it. Deep breath, everyone together. And out. Graham Potter's side have won just 2 of their last 13 Premier League matches, leaving them 9th in the table, 10 points off top 4. The run of results, especially with so much money spent in the summer and January transfer windows, has led to some unrest among supporters. Pause. Like I said, fine. I get it. We're used to winning. Chelsea fans like winning football matches and winning trophies. But what we need is a long-term sustainable plan. Sustainable in every sense. That means, personnel being able to stay, the footballing philosophy being able to maintain for a long period, and also for the owners, a financially stable, sustainable plan that will bring in revenue. The whole picture, boys and girls. The Champions League is their last chance of silverware for this season, but though some fans are questioning whether Potter is the right man to lead the club in the post-Roman Abramovich era, the club's owners have no such concerns, reports David Ornstein, whose column returns next week. The feeling within Chelsea hierarchy is that the former Brighton coach should be judged in years, not months, as they are confident they have one of the best managers in the game. Now stop here. This is a very American thing. You look at the LA Dodgers, they've had their coach for nearly 10 years. They are like the Man City of American baseball. Also, I'm reliably informed, though not state-backed, just a really well-run, dominating baseball team. If you're a fan of them, you enjoy it. If you're not a fan of them, you hate them. And they've had a long-term manager and a long-term project, and they went through some growing pains when it was first took over by Todd Bowling. Now, many of you are upset watching Chelsea's poor run of form, but Graham Potter is a very good coach. I'm gonna say it. He was wanted by Tottenham, Arsenal. He turned down the Tottenham job. Graham Potter turned down the Tottenham job. He accepted the Chelsea job. This is the kind of caliber guy. He had plenty of offers. He was the hipster's choice coach. He is a good tactical mind. He's a good manager. Chelsea's current scenario is a culmination of echoes of the past that have I don't know why this is not just staying on the board. I don't know why it's looping like that. Anyway, what I'm saying is, I've said it a million times, we're here in this negative scenario because of a long-term mismanagement, essentially. Many of you will pine for Tuchel. When Tuchel left, it was bad. We were losing, 3-0 to Southampton. We were losing 3-0 to Leeds. Jesse Marsh's Leeds. We lost in the Champions League 1-0 in a game we should have dominated. And then, of course, Potter came in and was unbeaten in 9 games. But the truth is that Potter at the time, when we were on that massive unbeaten run, was not getting excited. He was going, no, we've got problems. Because we do have problems. And those problems have come to roost. It's going to be a long-term thing here. So the leadership team feel Potter coming in mid-season with a squad that needed such a big overhaul meant success was always very unlikely in the short term, and that there is still a lot of change to come to what now is a youthful team. It's felt that he's been very unlucky with injuries too. Well, one thing that everyone can agree on, despite whatever your stance on Potter is, we've had profoundly bad luck with injuries. Only so recently, our injured 11 was stronger than our starting 11. We spoke about it on the channel, and you've seen it on social media. That's just the way it has been. So also the success of Mikel Arteta at Arsenal with a young squad after a mixed start is also seen as a reassuring. Well, I use this as a reference point too, but you can't always compare. And the board feel that it will take some time for all the new faces to gel and to understand Potter's tactics and methods. I mean, this is common sense, and common sense often is fleeting in football. Because football's an emotional game. You got to run by your instincts to feel that excitement and dopamine hit, and that's yesterday's video I spoke about. That's why people are frustrated with Potter for being measured and calm. It's funny that they're thrown at him as negative traits when they are inherently positive traits. And to be, emotional and, make sweeping statements and stuff like that is seen as a weakness. It's almost like fans and even individuals in the media are calling for him to demonstrate weakness. Honing your emotions is absolute strength, and it shows that you're here for the long time. You're there to build, and you're not there to cause divides and upset. I don't think necessarily Potter's the best manager in the world. I think he's a very good manager. The Chelsea hierarchy seemingly think he's one of the best in the game. He's probably top 20 in the game, top 15 in the game maybe, and that'd be high ruddy praise if you think about all the excellent coaches around European football. But he's still quite young as well. He's just seen as the appropriate candidate to move the club forward and develop. So very, very, there you go. It's kind of, for me, it's reassuring. I've never been in such a paradoxical scenario where I'm frustrated with what's happening on the pitch. For the most part, of course, we've seen flashes of excitement from new signings and passages of play. But generally frustrated for the most part, and then excited because for the first time in my adult Chelsea supporting life, I'm seeing the club do something that I've been calling out for such a long time, which is a long-term a vast infrastructure that's been implemented for the long term. Potter is calm because he clearly feels the backing of the owners, and David Ornstein on this article here is basically asserting that. So that's good. Unless you're a blind Potter outer, but trust me, It will be okay in the end. Let's move on. So I'm citing something from Cy Phillips here. Of course, he's got a news website here. Let me just quickly copy this. Yeah, so Andrey Santos, the Brazilian superstar kid. He is won the Under-20 South American Championship with Brazil wearing the captain's armband, despite probably being one of the younger-ish players in that side. I'm just going to read what Cy wrote here. Whilst Chelsea have been continuing playing their Premier League games these last weeks, one player who is yet to play for them has been stealing the headlines. Andrey Santos has been lighting up the U20 South American Championships for Brazil, and last night he secured their triumph, scoring the vital goal to win the competition. Big boy clutch moments. He's got the Chelsea DNA, or the Chelsea great DNA, all whilst being captain of the team throughout the competition. Very, very exciting and impressive indeed. He also got joint top goal scorer, getting an impressive 6 goals from midfield. So 6 goals is a lot in a tournament. That often gets you top goal scorer. And to get it from central midfield, Captain CM Andrey Santos, is very, very exciting indeed. And we are trying, as things stand, to get his work permit sorted, and I think Graham Potter is looking to implement this guy. You know, it doesn't matter he's 18. He put Chuck Wemaker in as a teenager. He obviously Cesare Cassaday's gone on loan, but we chucked him in. Amari Hutchison was given a chance as a teenager, though maybe flopped a little bit under pressure. But of course, he's a very talented Ute. Loads of talented young players will be given a chance. Look. Why not, man? Like, you know, we've got a really young team. If he's doing some stuff in midfield and we try midfield free of, like, I don't know, like Santos, Enzo, and Zakaria. Could work. Exciting, but like, man, yeah, you know, I think in a way as well, I don't want to say silver lining. I mean, it is a silver lining because it's something off something bad. But seasons like this, when you're stinking it up, in the league, and you're like, right, we can't really get we're probably going to get Europa or Conference League. Let's just give the lads a chance. Stick in Andrey Santos, you know, an exciting player. See if we can start cooking something. And by next season comes around, we've got, we know exactly what we need to buy in the summer transfer window because we've assessed these kids appropriately. And then we can move on from there. Let me know what you think of Andrey Santos. Let's see if the little kitten's here. Mia? Sometimes she comes if I call, maybe not. Yeah, let me know what you think of Andrey Santos, and let me know what you think of the board back in Graham Potter. I know it's still a divisive subject, and many people are you know, going to be really radical one way or another on this. But you know, try and be measured. Try and be Graham Potter like this. Try and be the most, summon your inner Graham Potter and be measured and philosophical. Huh? Thank you for dropping a like on the video and subscribing if you're new. I don't think the kitten wants to come out, which is probably going to disappoint some of you. I know the Mia culture was building. Kitty, come on. I think she's asleep. Maybe next time. I guess you just have to subscribe, turn the bell on, and who knows, you might get a kitten tree to the end. But sometimes she might just be asleep. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Peace.